Hi guys, my name is Roxy and this is my Ethics and Issues intro video. So my name is Roxanne, but you can call me Roxy. I live in Southern California in a town called Fullerton, and I live with my boyfriend Tony and our dog Max. What do I do, professionally and not so professionally? I was a middle school English teacher for 5 years. 2 of those were with Teach for America. I love the kids, but it was really physically and emotionally exhausting. So I decided to enroll in the University of Nebraska program full time. This was last year, so I'm graduating this December 2018. I'm in the professional journalism track. In addition to going to school full time, I do babysit and walk dogs. So these are pictures from that experience. I also private tutor 2 non-native English speakers, and I nanny for this little girl. Her name is Trinity. And then in addition to that, I do a couple of freelance communications jobs. So I work the Instagram for a local yoga studio, and I help my friend. Her name is Helen. She has an aerial fitness program, and I do her copywriting and editing. So my passions are family, friends, and traveling, and preferably all together. And if there could be food or drinking involved, that's also great. So these are my friends and I in Malaga 2 summers ago. This was in Brazil. My friend was doing a Fulbright there. So my other 2 friends went to visit her. Me and my other friend went to visit her. This was in Cuba. This was too. I went with my boyfriend Tony earlier this year in February. This was in Joshua Tree State Park. It's pretty close to our house. It's like this huge cactus garden. It's about an hour inland from LA. This is my friends and I in Rosarito Beach in Mexico. We just went down for the weekend. And this, you can't see my face, but we're in Vancouver. It's very rainy and really beautiful there. So my first memory of an ethical decision is kind of like an ongoing thought that I had. So that when I realized it was wrong. So growing up, my brother Joey and I, this is my brother Joey, he's here too, and this is me here. We were involved in a lot. So we did like sports, Boy and Girl Scouts, dance, all this stuff. And I noticed a lot of moms volunteered to be chaperones and bake and bring treats and like just swing by. And my mom worked full time. She actually was an executive in the newspaper advertising industry. And I definitely remember making her feel really guilty about her lack of time with me and how she was never a chaperone and that I couldn't be cool because all the cool kids' parents chaperoned and my mom worked. And I think it was very unethical because I really wasn't thinking about her at all. I was just thinking about myself. And so I realized, from her side, she was really working hard and busting her butt for my family. My mom was a role model and she showed me and my brother how to work and be a parent, how to juggle responsibilities, how to make your own money. And so I kind of realized I was being selfish. This is my mom now. And so payback is now that I'm 27, my mom wants to hang out all the time. We live 25 minutes apart and it's like a little overwhelming. I have to be like, Mom, no, I need some time. So the tables have turned. So why am I taking this class? I really am interested in ethics. I minored in philosophy in college, so I've always been interested in ethics. But I'm also working on my professional project, which is to create an ongoing media watchdog space to call out misogyny in the news. It's called How Not to Be Sexist, and I can actually show you hownottoBeSexist.com. It involves a Google form and a Google spreadsheet to keep an eye on misogynistic headlines in the media. So you can check it out if you want. And so I think basically how it relates to this class, it is unethical to be anti-female, and perpetuating in a misogynistic tone is very harmful, both to individuals, but also to society, as a whole. And I think some journalists don't realize the effect of their words, or they can't fathom they could possibly be part of the problem. And so I think it's up to journalists to watch their language in order to be credible, ethical, and fair. And I think this class is going to help create a space for me to further explore and flesh out my ideas regarding this topic. And then also I think you guys can help me via peer feedback, because either directly or indirectly, because I work best when I can bounce my ideas off of someone. All right. Well, thanks so much for listening, and I'm looking forward to the semester. Bye.